Hello. So, I feel like shit. Had a really rough night, so I thought I would do this video and document it, as well as something that I want to get to with all this craziness. So, going back, you guys, people that have watched, if you guys know, my nights are usually pretty crazy. I wake up very often because I have to adjust my leg, I have to move. So, I wake up, I don't even know, 4, 5, 6 times a night. It depends. There's no rhyme or reason. It just happens, right? So, and usually when I do wake up and I go to move my leg and adjust it, I wind up having the worst cramps. Crazy cramps, actually. Some last a few minutes, some can last half an hour, some can last an hour, some can go even longer, and they can come and go and that kind of stuff. It all depends what the leg wants to do at the moment, right? So that's been kind of the last 3 years. Now, the last couple months, I've actually had very little cramping. I still wake up all the time because I have to move my leg and I have to adjust, and the pain wakes me up. But the cramping has been actually almost non-existent. There's been a couple here and there, but mild, nothing crazy, and not lasting very long. So it's been really good. So whatever I figured, like whatever I've been doing is working. The medication obviously is helping, all that kind of stuff, right? So that was really good. So that's been like the last almost 2 months. Here comes last night. Oh my God, I don't know what it was or why, but it took me a while to get comfortable. It usually does when I go to bed. It takes me a while, like of the breathing, kind of trying to calm everything down. I do a lot of that, and I've got that blue light in my room now, so I use that, and it's really nice. And but it was taking me longer to get comfortable. My leg just wasn't feeling it. Didn't matter how I put it, it just didn't like it. So I wound up falling asleep, and I think not even half an hour. It wasn't even half an hour, I don't think. I woke up the first time, and I had to move, and it cramped up like crazy, like insane. It took a long time for it to go away. I didn't even look at the clock. I was just trying to get, you know, through the cramping and everything else, and doing my breathing and moving it slightly and trying to adjust it and trying to massage it as far as I could reach the parts and all that stuff. So it kind of calmed down and I fell back asleep. I did that 5 more times throughout the night. And then I think the last time, the sixth time, maybe it was the fifth, maybe the sixth, I can't even remember. It was about 4:30, 4:45 was the last one that I woke up with the most insane cramping. And it cramped from my toes, literally to my butt, up my back, all on my right side. And I was switching from my right side to my left side at the time. And I had to move back and lay on my back. I couldn't breathe. It was really hard to breathe. So my breathing had to be really shallow. And I was trying to breathe through it that way. You guys, it lasted till 7 o'clock or a little after 7. It was like my whole right side went into the spasm, and it was doing these cramping thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was doing these weird things throughout from the bottom to the top. It didn't go past my shoulders. Like it ended at just below my shoulders, the cramping. Like it was everything like seized up. And it took that long for it to calm down. Now, I had an appointment at 9:30. So I knew I had to get up. So once it calmed down, I was trying to decide if I should do my exercises, the ones I do now before I get up in the morning. Consistency is really big for me, and I think it's important to understand that, right? I mean, missing one day isn't a big deal. We all know that. It's not a really huge deal. But, you know, if I miss today and something happens and I miss tomorrow and then something happens and then I miss the next day, that's like 3 days. And then what if next thing you know, it's a week and I'm missing these things? So then it's basically like starting over. So I always think it's really important to continue and being consistent. And it's not that missing once is bad, because it really isn't, right? Like our consistency is, if you start up the next day kind of thing. But I also understand, and I've been there myself, where let's say if I miss today, and something happened and I had to miss tomorrow, and then next thing you know, it's a month. And it's a lot harder to get back into doing the stuff, right? We all know that. We've been there, whether that's exercising, like whatever. So I was laying there trying to, I was like, okay, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Should I do it? And I decided to do it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do them. I'm going to do my exercises, but I'm just not going to push as hard because, right? Like we need to push to kind of do these because my parts are pretty tight and stuck. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it lightly. I'm just not going to push as hard, but I'm still going to do it, right? Because it's the consistency. I want to continue. I want to make sure that I don't miss a day. So I did, starting with my toes and stuff, and my foot cramped, which was like, okay, it wasn't horrible, but it did cramp up a little bit. So I kind of calmed down a little, and I did some more, and then I kind of, shook it off, and I did all the rest of them, and it wasn't that horrible. Like I didn't go crazy with cramping or anything else. It hurt like crazy to even do the exercises. It still hurts when I do them every day, but this was like in the next level. But I did them, and I was really proud of myself because, right, I did them, and I didn't want to miss my 9:30 appointment because that's my red light. And I don't want to miss that either, right? I try and do 5 times a week, for at least 20 minutes, 5 times a week. So, because that's important to me too. So I didn't want to cancel, or I didn't want to, right? So, did those exercises, and I went to walk like I'm supposed to do with the walking that John showed me. I couldn't walk. I was like I was like a brand new baby trying to stand up and moving. It was the most insane thing. But I mean, I did it. Wobbly, very wobbly, but I did it. And then, if you guys know from my history, showering with this leg is a bit of a torture thing. The water hitting the leg feels like crazy, lightning bolts, or I'm getting stabbed with a knife or whatever. Like it's just the stabbing, like it's insane. So you adjust, right? Like you make sure that you switch things around. The leg doesn't stay in the water all the time. Like you adjust, and you do what you need to do to shower. And I'm so grateful that I don't have to wash my hair every day like I used to before, because it would get so greasy so fast. Prolux has saved me with that, honest to God. And so normally I don't even have to wash. I can wash once a week and my hair is good. But I try and do it a couple times a week just to make sure I'm using the stuff on my hair and getting it into the scalp, and that, because scalp health is so important. So thank God I didn't have to wash my hair this morning, because it was torture. It was absolutely torture. So why is consistency so hard? Why is it so hard for us to commit to do something that's really good, that benefits us? Why is it so hard to do the mundane things every single day that really don't add up to much every day, but in the long run are the big things? Why is that so hard? Why are we not more invested in being able to do those things to benefit us? Right? Because most of the stuff that we do consistently and regularly is for a better self, right? Like we're doing these things because we want better for ourselves. We're doing these things because we want to get healthier, or like in my case, I want my leg to get back to normal, or as normal as possible one day. So why is consistency so hard for people? That's my question. Just thought I'd share.